لقطة جميلة ضربة بعيدة كرة في الرأس بروعة روعة 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 شوف يتحقق الله يا ولد من أين لك هذا؟ من أين أتيت بكل هذا؟ لقد رماها في مكان قاتل لم يكن لتشتغل أي عمل في أن يصدها لقد اختارت شباك برشلونة يا لها من لمسة رائعة يا لها من ضربة رائعة يا ويليامز يا ويليامز هدف للعاب يا ويليامز هدف للتاريخ يا ويليامز إذا قدر للأتلتيك أن يتوج بهذه الكأس لن تنسى هذا
It's Patrick. Oh. Yeah. Inglesa. Messi. Oh God. Mascom United. Oh, see, drag them by the balls, man. Drag them. Oh, Jesus. I just got a mail from the English FA. By this time, I will answer you guys when I'm done with this show. Well, good to go now. All right, good morning and welcome to the Sports Buffet on ELEGBETETVRADIO. My name is Idafi Matthew Savannah. You love to call me the Elegbete One of Sports. Either ways you choose to call me, we have a business to do together. You and I, we have a business to do and we gotta do it well. On the phone number to join the show is 07025000069. And if you want to join in on WhatsApp, you want to send me a message on WhatsApp, it's very easy. 080342776165. And if you are joining us on our YouTube live stream, or you want to join the YouTube live stream now, you can go straight and join us on search for Elegbete TV Sports on YouTube and join the live stream. But then if you want to join us on Facebook as well, search for Medafi and join my live stream on my page on Facebook. On Instagram, I'm Elegbete1. You can join me there as well. I've got a lot of people already. Roswell Obokomena Awari is there. It's Emigwadi Elegbete1 of Sports. Ezechi Dieberi is Elegbete for show, live and direct. Hamed Yusuf Hesky. Which radio station can I listen to this program? When we ask this question, it's always making me laugh. Like, you're listening to it already. Don't you like when you're listening to it on? Okay, so this is Elegbete TV Radio. Okay, we are on the World Wide Web, www.elegbetetv.com/radio. And you're there. We're still working on the app. As a matter of fact, last week the app came up live, But there was a tiny bit, little bit of problem. There was one small itch that I didn't like, and I called the guys and like, listen, I like what you've done, but there is a delay between Android and what's it called, iOS, iPhone. It wasn't like if you put Android here and put iPhone here and you're listening, one is like 2 minutes gone before the other one, and it wasn't working that way. So I told them to fix it. They said it's a minor problem, but minor is taking a whole lot of time now. Just so that they get it right, and we're back talking the way we should. So that happened already. But until then, let's just enjoy ourselves the way we are right now and having fun doing it. Well, question of the day: another 10,000. Sorry, another 10 gigabytes of data up for grab. Today, it's a Monday thing. You've got to make it easy. People are not out of the weekend pain of Manchester United losing and Inter Milan losing, meaning that some of them have really lost money on their ticket. Let's not forget about it. Yeah, Newcastle is the biggest talk of town. Everybody's talking about Newcastle. I agree. But at the same time, let's take it easy. So the question for today, and you can only answer on the YouTube channel, is who's like, like this is like the most popular name in football, so it's going to be very easy. The highest World Cup assist. And when you look at this, you'll be so shocked at the person with the highest assist at the World Cup. Like they have the highest assist at the World Cup too. After all of these things he achieved, you also have the highest assist. Then he must be a great creator of goals for a forward player. But then I just wanted to bring that up for everybody to have a good feel, and then also push the memories. And if you have your way, search for the number of people that have made assists at the World Cup, and you'll be so shocked that majority of them are from one particular continent, and you can't even find Africa there. That's very sad. You can't find Africa in the top 10. That's very, very sad anyway. But let's keep it going. On YouTube, Timothy Denver say, good morning. Time to enjoy the show. And he went on to say, we're close to 5K subscribers. Yeah, so the subscribers are growing all of a sudden. And I'm very, very happy. Like, guys, I'm excited. It seems like since we started doing this live streaming thing, the subscribers on the YouTube is really growing. We're 4,906 now, if I'm not mistaken. Let me be very sure before I lie here, man. It's like the drag. Okay, 4,904. Sorry, I'm overshooting myself. But maybe we'll get to 5,000 and then 10,000 and then 20,000 and then a million subscribers. Whoa, that's what we'll be giving out cars to people. We'll be giving out a block of flat to people, because with a million subscribers, and let's say every content we put out there will have like 500,000 views. We could give out a car every quarter. That's the truth. That's the truth of the matter. Okay, so let's push it further. Let's talk about the show. Let's talk about what you guys want us to talk about. Leave all these quiz thing and let's focus on where the whole conversation really is. Newcastle, new money, plenty money, richest club in the world, but same old Newcastle, same old problem, same old inability to control a game, same old inability. Atabrata said it's Olivier Giroud of France. Hey God, Olivier Giroud that played 90 minutes in leg, no touch ball, is the person you're talking about. Please, let's be very, very focused on this matter. Okay, but I just want to joke anyway. I know he's joking. Okay, Newcastle, new owners. The result of yesterday's game, the Newcastle's game yesterday. This is how it came out to me. Like it came out to me like, you know what? We must to sack this coach and we must to sack most of these players. That's the way the result. The atmosphere was electric. It was kinetic. It was incredible. The atmosphere was world class. After that, nothingness. After that, absolutely nothingness. It was more set in favor of what's it called now? Tottenham Hotspur rather than for Newcastle. But then, this is exactly how the stories go anyway. When things like this happen, that it means that it's time for change. And there's a message that somebody sent. I'm going to read the message now. Hi, Daffy. I want you to talk on your Monday show on this Newcastle new ownership. Is it going to be as easy for them to turn the corner like Chelsea, like Manchester City, and a few other clubs that have had new owners? That's the center of my conversation, and I need you guys also to join in on the conversation. I'm going to give my own beat because the question was thrown to me, but I need you guys. You guys are my jury. You guys make the show as exciting as possible. Don't forget that you can call in on the show as well. Then you can send message if you're not on the Instagram, Facebook, or YouTube. You can send in your message. But do you think that Newcastle can turn the corner and become be quick? Their route to success will be as quick as that of let's say what's it called, Chelsea or Manchester City. The way, before we could even say Jack Robinson, they were already on top of their game. They were already winning titles and taking people by the corners and getting everything done. Do you think that is possible for them? Do you see that happening? That's something I want you guys to talk about right now. It's not as easy as maybe just me answering it. I want you guys on board as well. I think I'll put a timeline to it. How soon do you think Newcastle can become champions of England or champions of Europe? How soon do you think that is possible? That's what I want you guys to jump in on as we talk about all the things. You could also raise other questions that you want to raise, other conversations that you want us to talk about. But how soon do you think? We can get this going? Well, Ahmed Yusufeski, if you don't have data, then sorry, there's nothing I can do about that one. If you want to know my data, my 10 gigabyte of data every day, you got to go watch it on the YouTube channel. I mean, that's good enough. And I think there's already somebody who's a winner there already. So let's just keep our fingers crossed and see how it goes. Having said that, I need your response to that question. What do you think? Newcastle United, right, currently, based on the investment, the money that the owners have, they are the richest club in the whole world. They are the richest football club. As a matter of fact, they are richer than some couple of leagues put together, all the clubs in some league put together. So they are the richest club in the world, right? But the thing here is, do you think that they can easily go from new ownership to title, like we saw with Chelsea and Manchester City and the rest? Or even Leicester City, because Leicester City had a new owner, and before you know it, they're winning the league, and then they went on to win the FA Cup, and they are perennially on the top 6 mark. But what do you think? What are the pros and the cons in this conversation around Newcastle becoming champions? Let's say some people say in 2 years' time they win the Premier League. Some people say in 4 years' time they win the Premier League. Some people say in 6 years' time. I saw one person who wrote that it will take 10 years before this Saudi Arabia project will become manifest, like become productive. How true is that? Okay, how true is that? How possible is that? 10 years. You think these Saudi Arabian guys can wait for 10 years and they are looking for a result? They are waiting to say, okay, Newcastle, Amanda Chevalier, what's her name is, should be looking for how to bring in a result while everybody is sleeping and waiting, and then should go 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, 6 years, 7 years. Okay, and then let's compare the notes and see what worked for Chelsea and what worked for Man City that can work for Newcastle. And what is it that Chelsea, Man U, Newcastle, what is it that they have that as it stands today that Newcastle don't have, that they might need to get going? All of those things are some of the things that I need us to look at. And while we're looking at that, as usual on the show, I'm going to give you some stories that are going on and the things that are running in the news mill and how they're going. Let's start with the transfer gossip. Newcastle is in the news, so you can never stop talking about Newcastle and all that. But then I think we've got to pass the question of the day because honestly somebody has won it already. So let's get into the conversation that we'll have. Means to trophy. What's the quickest means route to trophy right now? Should they take it down, tone it down and say, okay, let's focus on winning the Carabao Cup first, then focus on the FA Cup, and then go for the big one, the league, while we're building this team, and then go for the Champions League. How is their route to success going to look like? I need your help on. I need you guys to be my analysts and in the studio. Don't forget somebody sent in that question, so we must give the right answer to the person. Okay, which radio station can I listen to this program? It's online, www.ELEGBETETVRADIO. That's where you can listen to it. I don't get data. Okay, you don't get data. Sorry, there's nothing I can do. Ugo Uwan Chinemelu is a right on, bros. Thank you very much. Kenny Aziz Yusuf, Salah is definitely the player right now. Honestly, the brother is on fire. But I don't think it's just now. He's been on fire in the last couple 104 goals, right? It's been on fire since forever. It's just that sometimes it doesn't get the credit that it deserves. I don't know why. I mean, African players don't get that. Sadio Mane just hit 100 goals without a single penalty. Imagine that's not an easy thing to get. Okay, but I mean, it's only in this part of the world where it's we look at him and we give a whole lot of reason. Okay, someone says what's his name now? Tried to get his name here. Matthew from Ikotu. He says, "Good morning, Mr. Elegote. It will take Newcastle 6 seasons before they can win the EPL or Europa League. 6 seasons. Do you guys agree with that? 6 seasons. Matthew from Ikotu says it's going to take them 6 seasons, six whole seasons for that to happen. Okay, it's E. Patrick Liverpoolian, who also support a club that went 30 years before they win the Premier League, but I've been around, seen many Champions League success, seen many other kind of success. He's got an opinion here. He said it's not so easy. They will invest, okay? They will invest first to build Newcastle as a brand. Before Newcastle is already a brand anyway. Beforehand, a new training complex, academy, it's not going to be easy. At least 5 years plan. Wow, I like that. I like that. Yeah, I like there's a very, very salient point that he raised that are also in my thought process, right? My flow of thoughts right now. It's interesting. So are we talking about Liverpool now? We're going to talk about Liverpool. We will mix all of them together. Liverpool, yes. When the season started, we was Liverpool. They're not going to win the league title. I don't think they will win the league title. I don't think Liverpool will win the league title. I think that when the horses are out of the barn or the stable, when the horses are out of the stable, that's it's an Australian proverb, right? When the horses are out of the stable, it's down to the jockey that can control his horse the best that would win the race, because all of the horses that are in the stable are considered good enough to win the race. But the problem with what's going to happen in January is I don't think that Liverpool can confidently tell me that they have players that will replace Sadio Mane and Mo Salah in January. Take away Sadio Mane and Mo Salah from this team, they will struggle. That's 6 weeks, especially with the chasing pack not being too far away from them. Yeah, but another good thing with Liverpool is the fact that Liverpool seem to defend very well. People don't give them that credit. Anytime Virgil van Dijk is on this side, they defend so well that they don't concede goals, and that's a big plus when you have a team like that that can defend very well. Matthew Fanikoto wanted to say Newcastle route to success is going to be in this top six first. Then they'll win the Europa. After that, they will now win the Premier League and then go on. That's what Matthew from Ikotos had to say. Mo Salah and Sadio Mane will only miss 5 games. 5 games is 15 points, bros. Don't score 5 games only. 5 games, let's say okay, they would lose 2, draw 1, win 2. That's also very, very massive. Don't forget. The Premier League is in such a place that when you lose game, the problem with losing game in football, and it's not just the Premier League, is that it affects your dynamics. Before you come back and build that confidence, before you know it, some of that teams are not confident that they can beat you. Okay? Before you come back, it will take you some time. You need to now go face another team that is struggling to get it going. Look at Manchester United. When Manchester United dropped points against, was it Southampton or so? Everybody said it was just a blip. And I asked the question here on this show, I said, is Cristiano Ronaldo stifling Manchester United? Everybody say, Daffy, shut up. What are you saying? You are beefing. And I'm seeing the game, and I'm saying that, look, this guy is stifling Manchester United. But everybody said I should shut up. So I head back. I had my piece. I didn't say anything. Now Manchester United fans are coming to say, oh, boy, Cristiano Ronaldo is like old man. He's just there. Agba. We need the work. The players just the work, and he just did the wait for tappings, and they are not tappings. He should have gone to Manchester City. Okay, I agree with you on the Nations Cup derailing Liverpool. That's from Farami 14 on Instagram. Yomi T, the controversial Yomi T, say good morning, boss. Good morning to you. I hope you had a fabulous weekend. Newcastle, for me, had to start first with facilities, a good director of football. I love that. A very solid building coach in the middle class, and then maybe we can start talking about them winning title. I like the fact that everybody is suggesting a progressive path, not like auto win, just go and buy the title, but a progressive path for them to follow. I'm going to give my 2 cents on that one as well. But while we go, there was a very heavy conversation in different platforms about Edward Mendy becoming being on the list of the Ballon d'Or. And I was like, Why do people all of a sudden want him? Yeah, he had a great game against Brentford, but this list was made a long time ago. This list has nothing to do with what's happening this season. If he continues his performance this season and it's not on the list for next one, maybe we can complain. That's my opinion, but I need to hear your opinion. You think that Edouard Mendy, because Chelsea won the Champions League, should have, in his first season, should have been in the reckoning for the Ballon d'Or? Anyhow you look at it, whether the top 50, top 10, top 3, before they give Messi the award or whoever they give, sorry. Just crazy. But whoever they give anyway. What do you guys think about that one? That's one. Another thing, because let's just keep it going. We have 1 hour and you look like, oh, there's time. 20 minutes already gone. Manchester United, is it time for them to, like, draw the news and say, you know what, hang this guy, leave him to dry. We have protected him, supported him, even got all the ex-Man United players to talk about how he brings the DNA. But right now, DNA is not working. They done DNA test and they found out that this is paternity fraud. It's not working anymore. What do you think? They've given him all the players they need. He's got Cristiano Ronaldo, he's got Pogba, he's got Bruno Fernandes, he's got Varane, he's got everybody. They said that Arsenal went to buy Ben White for 50 million and they got Varane for cheap, and Varane is world class, is this, is that. And right now, as it is, they are conceding goals like goals are going out of fashion. And I don't know, Varane. So what do you think that they should do at Manchester United? Board of directors, come and stick your claim here and talk about it. What do you think Manchester United should do in terms of dealing with the Ole Gunnar Solskjaer conundrum? Because it seems like Ole Gunnar Solskjaer have got them stuck in the mode. So they gave him an SUV and he thought that this SUV can fly. So he took the SUV and ran it into a mud in Patani when going to Rivers, going to Port Harcourt from Warri. Ran it into a mud in Patani and the thing is stuck. He can't even, the auxiliary gear is not even moving. So they need a crane to come and lift it, like a crane, a heavy crane that will not also go and sink there. So what do you think that Manchester United should do? Then should Edouard Mendy be would have been on the top, on the 50-man list for the Ballon d'Or? Victor Osimhen came to the rescue. It's been a while. It's been a while. We've seen Napoli win 18-8 in the Italian Serie A, and it happened yesterday through hard labor, and it destroyed many tickets. Even though they won, most people picked them on over 1.5. VAR disallowed the goal. Insigne missed the penalty. It was just that day. It was just that day, and Victor Osimhen rose to deliver that. And I saw the stadium announcer shouting and the crowd shouting Osimhen. It was beautiful anyway. It was colorful, it was beautiful, it was nice. That was nice. But I need you guys to have your say on this one. It's rated as 60 million. That's what is rated at. Victor Osimhen rated 60 million. Is himself and Wilfred Ndidi are two of Super Eagles' most expensive, in terms of rating, most expensive players right now, according to Transfer Market. And in Italy is among the top rated strikers. Is on the top 10 most expensive players in the league. Do you think that rating is good for Victor Osimhen, or is too small, considering that Jack Grealish, when not Sabi play ball, is 100 million? Declan Rice, somebody saying that Declan Rice is also worth 100 million. Victor Osimhen, 60 million euros. You think we should revisit that conversation and say, okay, so for those of you on Facebook and on YouTube, I'm coming to read your comment. I've not forgotten you, but just let me get everybody in. Okay, so let's start with this one on Instagram. Farmin 14 said, but it is about Ronaldo. But is it about Ronaldo or the coach? Even last season, without Ronaldo, the team was not playing to their potential. Only needs to go. Okay, that's what you said. Okay, meanwhile, I said Newcastle need to have a coach that knows what he is doing, able to get along with the players, have the resources to understand how each team play, how to read the combination of play, if any. Okay, it's A. Patrick. Say, please don't let Ole go. Liverpool people. I understand. I know that Man United puts Liverpool through hell for years. So anything that makes Man United suffer gives orgasm to Liverpool people because of the things that Man United did to you people. But let's just be fair. Let's not pay evil with evil. Okay. Yomiti said then before going for an elite now, e.g., if they can hire someone like Brenda Rogers. Rogers have said no to the left, everything in back, to the back, to the left. They don't want. He doesn't want to take that close. Rogers have this belief. So Brenda Rogers have this belief in his head, out of the figment of his imagination, that when Pep Guardiola leaves, what's it called, City, is the one that the City hierarchy will employ. I don't know who told him that, but that's the belief he's got. And he's stuck to that belief already. He doesn't want to leave. He sees like going to Newcastle now would be a problem. And then a lot of other coaches believe that anybody that goes to Newcastle now will not achieve any meaningful success. So you just go there and you go and lay structure, lay the foundation for someone like Pep Guardiola to come and enjoy later. Because I know that Pep Guardiola, once he wins the Champions League for Man City, he might leave. And if he doesn't win Champions League this season, they might also like, okay, guys, you've tried. Let's go and get somebody else that will just come in on that one season or half a season, like Thomas Tuchel or somebody else and win it. So those are some of the things that are going on. Okay, but let me continue. They can hire someone like Rogers as their stability and back in with solid signing and see where it can go before bringing in elite coach. Okay. Even Rogers is not elite. Wow, Rogers. The guy can't drive. Okay, say Ole Gunnar Solskjaer can't drive. And he came back again and he said, an example of it is Manchester City. Okay, Mark Hughes before Mancini, before Mole Peregrini, and then Pep Guardiola. So you are going to progress from every coaches they employ. Yeah, I agree with you on that one completely. But Rogers, I've already put his mind on something that's it's not going to be there. Okay, Timothy Demboy say, I think with the right mentality, good coach, they would win the Premier League in 5 years. Everybody's like 5 years. Nobody is interested in the result coming in so fast. Everybody is peeling down on it go reach 5 years. Okay, Cree, that's what they're saying. Yeah. Okay, Babawale or Olayemi, he said, good morning, boss. I would like to ask a question. Is only really the problem at Manchester United? Great show, Pedro from Agege, Lagos. I think Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, straight up answer, I think Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is the problem at Manchester United right now because he's been given everything he needs to perform and to excel. And if he's not performing, then you've got to blame him. It's not like you can't look at Manchester United and say, oh, they didn't do proper signing or they don't have the right quality of players. That is the reason why they are not delivering. They are not. They have cover everywhere in defense, in midfield, in attack, and they're doing well. If you look at Manchester United team, let's be fair, and you look at Liverpool team, Man United have better squad depth. Man United have spent more money. Man United have a bigger squad, more quality in their team than Liverpool. But look at what Jurgen Klopp is doing. And the man doesn't get the credit that he deserves. He doesn't get the kind of mention that people like. I know that sometimes he does himself a lot of damage by going to grant some foolish, very, very foolish, stupid press conferences and saying things that he shouldn't be saying. He's always Jurgen Klopp behaves like a stepchild, okay, that gets jealous when the father or the mother buys goods or give things to their biological children. Come on, you shouldn't be behaving like that. Behave like you are an authority. Start behaving, assert yourself like an authority. But sometimes it goes about it the wrong way. You are talking about Newcastle people spending too much money, this one, that. Don't be talking about that. Be talking about how good your tactics inside your team is winning, how successful you are, how you can win football with the kind of money that you are spending and not go out of board. But trying to talk like you're jealous makes people feel like you don't know what you're doing. Yeah, hello, good morning. Yeah, good morning, sir. I greet you, bros. Hey, you're still dreaming. How now? I greet you plenty. I see your message for WhatsApp. I never even read yourself. Sam. I'm honored. Thank you very much, sir.
And you have started it early. So we are proud of you. I personally am proud of what you are doing.
Thank you very much. And I'm proud of what you're doing in the comedy space as well. Giving people gifts, doing all the things that you're doing with your small resources, man. I really appreciate what you're doing, and God bless you. That's all I can say.
Thank you. Thank you very much. God bless you too. You see, for my
yes, sir.
For me, I don't want to say coaching is the problem.
Really?
I think it has to do with administration. Look,
really? Yes, sir. Okay. Series. Sabati, my friend, get out of this phone now before I slap you here. You're training who? Oh God. The comedian will always be a comedian. That's the funny thing with them. Comedian will always bring it. He said he's the one that trained Musala. I used to tell him that people will criticize you, but put your head down. Well, let me go to what you guys are saying on the YouTube channel. Thank you very much. Plenty of comment everywhere. Babawale Olayemi said, I believe Newcastle would become champions in at least 3 years. If I'm not wrong, Man City were able to pull it off within same number of years. I'm going to give my views on it anyway. Olakole Ojo, he said, good morning. Okay, Timothy Dembo, I said 5 years because I feel like the first season of their spending spree would have many players see themselves gel together. Then second season, stability will come, and so on and so forth. Okay, Oyemi Oyeride, he said, good morning, let's say. I think it's going to take like 5 to 6 years before they can become champions of English football because unlike Chelsea and Man City, who were top systems then, but Newcastle are relegation team. Okay, Timothy then went further to say then for the other season, they would still have to drag it out with those guys who are already there. So why I'm saying 5 seasons. Divine, yes, our first winner, our 20 gigabyte winner last, is it 2 weeks ago now or last week? What if Newcastle goes on relegation this season? And they go fight, come back now. Olakule Ojo, that's another dimension that we are not even thinking about, we're not looking at. Okay, and then Olakule Ojo said, Mr. Idafi, please, I'd like you to talk on the Ian Acho saga of him pushing a reporter aside while he was trying to get an interview from him. Well, there's something to talk about there. That's what I'm talking about. I don't want to raise a storm where there is now. If the guys are not raising storm there, I don't think I want to raise a storm as well. Timothy Dembo, Ole should have been sacked since January 2020. Ole supposedly coached them Sunderland, Birmingham City, Man U too big for him. Okay, his mentality can't lead these big boys at United. Ole no sabi abeg. Okay, here's a Patrick. He said I should have answered the quiz here. Okay, you didn't answer it here, so you know when somebody has not answered them. Here's a Patrick say, okay, you changed your name, right? It used to be it's E Patrick. Okay. Club also said football games can be won even against the super rich clubs. Yeah, I know you're a Liverpool man, so everything about club will be changed. But he's doing it. See, club says some things that does not make sense. Let's call it what it is. I like it. I mean, when Liverpool fans didn't believe in him, I was the first person that predicted that in 5 years' time he would win the league title, he would win the Champions League. So, guy, I love club. I love your club. You know, like I used to live in Germany, right? So I know 18 or 2 about club, like before now, before I became this guy, like I've known 18 or 2 about him. I like the guy. I love Jurgen Klopp. But I think that right now, he is now a world-class, top-of-the-line coach in the same circle with them, Pep Guardiola, Jose Mourinho, and Alex Ferguson. Please don't call us a guy in that circle. It doesn't belong there. It's not, he didn't even get admission to that school. Otmar Isfield, Marcello Lippi, you know, Alberto Zaccaroni. I'm calling names that some of you guys don't even know who they are. So let's put him there. He should be talking like them. He should be talking like an elder statesman in the business of football. Okay. Okay, I played for Elfsborg in Sweden. I played for Sharks in Port Eagle Cement, and then Elfsborg in Sweden. We brought them to promotion in 99-2000 season, the Yellow Marines. Okay, so if you look at it from that angle, it should always have these like, okay, so back in the day when I started reading, people say like I talk football with too much authority, like I know it all, and I said to them, yes, I do. Okay, I don't know, I can't be apologetic about that because I do. And I played it, I coached it, I managed it, I used to own a club as a very young person. Okay, so all of that makes me have that authority to say the things the way I say it. So I think that that's what clubs should do anyway. All right, hello, good morning. Good morning. Hey, how's the other states? What's going on in your end? Okay, Randall, talk to me. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
When you take a look at this Newcastle side, we have been having issue with Mike Ashley, Igbo fans were not coming to the stadium and the rest of that. I really think that this whole project, it should be taken a step at a time. They should not rush anything. Even if it should take them 5 to 7 years before the main trophy, they should follow that model. Okay, getting a coach to stabilize the team, try to push half of the team away, maybe recruit like another 25% and try the process. If they want to go to that Chelsea direction, they might likely end up same as this thing in Russia, Andrew Machakala, where it should be as if that there is a money misroad kind of thing. So the only thing that you just need to do is to have a very, very patient project, and at the end of the day, you come out top.
All right. Thank you. Peter Ewenode, for your contribution to the show, and it made sense. So this is my take on the Newcastle. When Roman Abramovich bought Chelsea, Chelsea had won the FA Cup with Ruud Gullit, who became the first foreigner to win the English FA Cup. A lot of people always say it has Wenger. No, it's Ruud Gullit that won it with Ken Bates as the chairman, and they were playing this football that they call champagne football at the time. And when Roberto Di Matteo scored the fastest goal in the FA Cup finals against, I think it was Middlesbrough. So, and they went on the following year where Vialli, the current assistant coach to Mancini in Italy, backstabbed Ruud Gullit and took his job and became a player coach. They went on to win the Cup against Jonathan Kovares Stuttgart in '98. Now, that team that was taken over by Roman Abramovich had seen great players. Marcel Desailly had played for them, Giorgio Pogba, Frank Leboeuf, they've had Ruud Gullit, they have Vialli, they've had Roberto Di Matteo, they have Dennis Wise, Frank Lampard had been signed. They've had one of their greatest all-time players, the little Italian, Gianfranco Zola. All these players came together to form a team that was even attractive. Yes, Arsenal was beating them for 10 years and suffering them, but then they were a team in the top 4. They were playing in Champions League. They had even gone as far as the semi-finals of Champions League. Remember Celestine Babayaro and co, playing against Barcelona in the semi-finals. They were already established as a powerhouse. Won the FA Cup, powerhouse in football. Jimmy Floyd Hasselbank, Graham Lee-Sauce, those players. John Terry was coming through the rank. They had a structured academy that was already producing players. So when Roman Abramovich came in, brought in Ranieri was there, stayed with him, and then brought in Jose Mourinho. The rest, as I say, is history. Manchester City the same way. Yeah, I mean, Arsenal used to beat them 5-1. They used to lose to Manchester United every day. But then they were structured. They were a top 10, top 6, top 7, top 8, top 5 team. Not top 4, but they were just there. They had Sean Gota. They had all those players that were there. And then when they came in, it was easy to graduate. Now, Newcastle are in the relegation dogfight. The problem again is the fact that if you listen to Sam Allardyce, the former coach, this morning on the radio, where from 6 a.m. Hour before the morning drive started with Adasa Ajayi, you heard Sam Allardyce saying that the problem with Newcastle right now is we're talking about the big money and how it will turn them into a giant team, but we're forgetting that they are so deep in the relegation water that they might get relegated. And so it becomes another battle fight. So what if they go in January and then what are they going to do? The suggestion is bring in some loan players, bring in people, because the project can only start next summer. That's the truth. The project can only start next summer, where you can kick players out and bring in new players and then really start the business of rebuilding. So this season is off. Next season, the project starts. So when they start next season, they're going to bring in new coach, new players, and then try to blend them together. Okay? Next year is a World Cup year. The World Cup is going to be played November, December. It's going to disrupt the season. Every league will have to go on break in that period. It doesn't matter whether you're the Premier League. We don't even know how that would affect football club in general, because you just have to come back. There's no break, and you go back and continue to play the league again. And then you need to run till May. And then when you finish, you need to go over again. So the World Cup is going to be like a pandemic to football clubs in Europe. So all of those also have its own effect. So I think they would have to forgo 2 seasons and then the project start properly. When that project starts, that's when we'll not start counting whether they are ready for it. I don't think it's going to be as easy as it was for Chelsea and Man City. And then to talk about City again, Man City came in and then they rebuilt. They upgraded Etihad Stadium. They built the best training facility for youth and the senior team, as well as the women team. Can they do that with Newcastle? We would see. But in terms of supporter power, I think Newcastle have a great supporter base, and they can bank on that. They can say to themselves, we have the most atmospheric stadium in England after Liverpool. Now, Liverpool might not be as big as Tottenham Stadium, Arsenal Stadium, Manchester United Stadium, but guess what? If you've been to Anfield, I have been to Anfield to go and see games. And I'm going to tell you this. If you've been to Anfield, Anfield is like when you go to... there are places you go to watch football in Europe and you know that you're feeling the energy. Dortmund Stadium. The Dortmund Stadium is one of them. Bayern fans are too successful, so they are like Ajabota. Like that kind of feeling you have. I've not been to Chile, but that kind of feeling you have when you see Colo Colo playing, or when you see River Plate and Boca Junior playing a derby. That's the kind of atmosphere you get from Anfield. Anfield is energy. Anfield is electric. Okay, and that's the kind of place. Or you go to Turkey. So I've gone to see games in Turkey when Fenerbahce and Besiktas are playing. That kind of atmosphere you get before COVID. I don't know what happens now, but before COVID, the fans are crazy. Then Italy, I've seen a lot of games in Italy, a lot, like loads of games. The ultras are crazy. That's the kind of atmosphere you get. So they need to. Newcastle also have that kind of energy. Look at what happened yesterday. Forget whether they considered the goal. Somebody was dying. They had to stabilize the person, but the atmosphere was great. Manchester City, with all their money and all their success, have not been able to create an atmosphere because there is only one atmosphere in Manchester, and it's at Old Trafford. So they still haven't been able to create that daredevil atmosphere. These are newbies, new generation fans who really don't think that you have to be energetic and passionate. They come in for the photo op, for the Instagram and the what's this one? This TikTok and all the rest. So it's not really as electric. Like if you go to Anfield, you know you're going to the Devil's Den. And that's why when you hear, oh, this guy has been scoring a lot of goals, but I've not scored against Liverpool at Anfield. This guy has been doing this, but I've not won at Anfield. It's the atmosphere. It's crazy. It's what Highbury used to be for Arsenal. And Thierry Henry and Robbie Pires, Marco Vamas and the rest of them. If you play at Highbury, like I went to watch games a lot at Highbury, and then I think I've been to the Emirates twice, and I'm like, it's so alien. Like at Highbury, the fans feed their energy into the fans, okay, into the players. At Emirates, you just go there for a beautiful, relaxation. It's like a park. It's not a football. You don't get a football environment. So it's like when you go to Anfield, you really know, okay, I'm playing with the fans on my back. We die here, especially when the opposition goalkeeper is at the cup end, bros, and they want to play penalty or they're attacking, they're playing corner kick. Even the goalkeeper knows that he's facing his worst nightmare. Okay, let's go to your comments on YouTube. Zuvio Baba, is a long-term target for the club. To me, I think to have money is one, and to utilize it as another. Getting those who love the club both inside and out will help me that start. Okay, and then he went for now. He said they need to get the right people for the job. I see them establishing their names next season, but not for the title. The rules are effective these days in football. And Eze Patrick said, Liverpool always in the news. People used to ridicule us. I suffered supporting this team. Everybody does. I'm an Arsenal fan. So when you talk about ridicule, I understand what ridicule is. But maybe because I play football, I really don't take banter to heart because I mean it's the only thing that fans have. They don't play, they don't earn money. I mean, thank God for sports betting now that's helping them to earn money. So that's the only thing they can do. So you just gotta move on. Kenny Aziz on Facebook, Kenny Aziz Yusuf on Facebook say Salah is definitely the player right now. Oba Emmanuel say good morning, boss. Who do you think can coach Man United as he's standing in now? I think that even though I believe he's looking the Paris Saint-Germain job, Zinedine Zidane will be a good coach in the fact that you still have Cristiano Ronaldo there and he loves Cristiano Ronaldo. And then there's a whole lot of players who want to play for him. Yeah, you've got respect for him as a player, and as a coach, he's won everything in front of him at every given time where he's competed as a coach anywhere he's coached. So you want to give him that respect. First off, they would respect him, and he's also a very brutal guy. So you would love to have that kind of guy. You know, I hear when he was at Madrid, when he trains with them, he still scores free kick better than the players that are active. He still takes some very, very beautiful turning and dribbling better than the guys that are active. So that's the kind of thing that creates an environment in comradeship that makes them get going. And at Real Madrid, he didn't really get the management support like he would get at Manchester United. There's not much interference at Manchester United, and that could just work very, very well for them. Yeah. So I think Zidane is a good fix. If they're wanting a quick fix, somebody who will win a league title for them, but not do anything in Europe, they could go for Antonio Conte too. Is somebody that could do something for them. And then as they go further, that one of the things that they need to look and take their minds away from is believing that every coach that comes in must play the Arsene Wenger or the Alex Ferguson way or the Manchester United DNA way. That's like the enemy. That's what destroyed Liverpool from 1989 until Jurgen Klopp came in. Because every time they want everybody to play the Kenny Douglas way, Kenny the old Kenny way, and it was working. Everybody, the fans, everybody was pushing. You have to play that. One of the best coaches that Liverpool had, even though health issues made him not to stay for long, was the Frenchman Gerard Houllier. But then, there was issues when he had that heart issues, and when he came back, he just couldn't do it again. And then Rafa Benitez came in. Rafa Benitez is always for the Euro. You look at Everton, and they're almost qualifying for the next stage of the Europa Cup, or they're struggling in the league. So we all know what it brings to the party. Then the club came in and gave them a perfect balance of competing at home. The only club that came second in the league with more points than people that went an entire season unbeaten. So Liverpool is a different kettle of fish right now. I hope that at the end of the day, Newcastle can be able to learn a thing or two from Newcastle rather than trying to be like from Liverpool rather than trying to be like Chelsea or Manchester City, because it might not just work. That model might just not work very well. The Chelsea model is good, but remember, Roman Abramovich is hiring and firing. He doesn't waste time. Can Newcastle do that? Especially with the fact that the news will always be on them. They'll talk about their human rights record in Saudi Arabia and use it to rob them. Right now, the English press is celebrating them because they all need the money in England. But very soon, that conversation will change. Will they be able to handle it? Will the pressure be easy to take care of? Okay, Kukoyi Abdul Latif, you say, why do you think Lukaku is not firing yet? I really don't know. I don't expect much from him. I think that Chelsea fans were pushing too much, were believing too much on Lukaku. And this is Lukaku just being Lukaku. Lukaku went to a league where he could bully his way through, not in England. And then he was playing for a team that fit his style and a coach that understands his style very well and could sacrifice every other person for him. And he was just working at the time, especially knowing that Juventus were not at the very right time. Inter Milan always win the league when other teams are struggling. They don't win league and compete with other people equally. They always win league where other people are off the bench, and then they just come in sneaking and win it, and then they can go for 10 years again without winning. That's exactly what happened. If you have other teams competing, Inter Milan is always the team that does not stand. That's why they don't do well in Europe, because in Europe everybody is competing. No matter how weak people are, if there's somebody that's competing, and they will knock them out of the competition. Well, let's go further down. Temperature 24 said they will establish their names to work in progress next season, but not for any rules. Okay, let's see how that goes. Yamiti said if someone, for example, like Pedri was nominated way back, as you said, Bros, what is the reason for having him in there before Edward Mendy? And he won best goalkeeper of last season in Europe. Who won best goalkeeper in Europe last season? Is it Edward Mendy? Really? I can't remember, Sha. Well, you have a point. When Manchester United have players that have passion to play to win, able to play various positions, communicate well on the field and off the field, I have the mindset they are playing as one, but right now they are not. That's what you're trying to insinuate. It's Qualified said, "Good morning, Malga." At the top, Manu is like a Bugatti with with that energy. They need a better coach. For Newcastle, they need a revolution starting from the coach to the whole player. I like that description. That's the kind of thing that I would see. It's funny for it to me. Okay, Manifest said not play as individuals, but because one is paid more than the other. No, that's the wrong mindset. Must play as one. One team only, not individual. Bros, your post confused me, Sha, but I just take it go like that. Qualified. It said Osimhen needs more consistency to be marked higher than what is currently ranked. Okay, for English players, I'm one of those who believe they are always overhyped. Thank you very much, Qualified, for that one. And we went further than the main Evahana. I don't know what that. He said, "Are you able to transfer the caller online so we can hear him, please?" Yeah, I'm trying to do that. It's not as easy as you think. What we're trying to do is try to get a mixer that takes all the sound from here and send it to the YouTube, so that it can be like what we do. But I mean, it's going to take some time. It's not going to happen overnight. It's going to take some time. I'm not going to leave starve myself and do all that. So it's just a process. We're going it one step at a time. Bros, are you saying Vega is not a top coach in that class? It's not. I would never agree. I don't want you to agree. You need to bring evidence that even if he never won the UCL, he is in that class. Say, listen, he didn't even take the entrance exam. Vega is not in that class. All of the things that people give Vega credit for, small coach. You can't put Antonio Conte in that class. You want to put as a Vega. Small coach have won it. You've not even put Diego Simeone in that class. You want to put as a Vega for what? Diego Simeone, I went to the Champions League 2 times, the Champions League finals twice, won the league in Spain twice. The greatest credit that Arsene Wenger gets is false information. The greatest credit ever was that Arsene Wenger built a new stadium for Arsenal, and that's a lie. But it is because there are people in the media who just bought into Wenger and wanted to sell Wenger as a good man when he's really not. So you can't convince me on that one. But if you disagree with me, I accept to disagree with me. But you need to be able to give me something. Don't bend the rules. We're talking about people that, see, if we all enter university today and then they're celebrating people that graduate, to say they celebrate dropouts, maybe because it was very brilliant in 200 level. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning. ELEGBETETVRADIO.
Yeah, good morning.
And Johnson from outside this morning.
All right, go ahead.
Well done, sir. And as for money, first of all, you should say for me that if they want the club to remain the club that they want, they should not start only.
Oh, okay.
If they start only, money will not that angry anymore. They are not to be like some other neighbor and all those things. When you stay the same way, money is structured. So it will be difficult to they are going to lose fans. Class of 92 is going to die, and that is everything about money. It will be wrong to start only at this point.
You are evil.
That then after it's weeks now, for Newcastle United,
your body go born. Your body go burn. Your greed go catch fire. You are evil. Like I cast and bind you.
No, seriously, look at the club. Since certainly everything we're talking about Manchester United is that they have to play a certain way, they have to keep the record happy, they have to make sure that Marseille is always wearing their black blue, best overnight dressing, the song will be bright for its play. So let's do it only. Always going to do all those things. The game will not have those kind of time. And money will go down, it will be fair on them. So let's be only. For Newcastle, I'm not the first part of every other person for 5 years. They have to develop their academy, put a structure in place, and then begin to start like they have to just start like city, like in many of the time, like you said. Let them come from developing the academy, a player in middle class coach now, they'll take them from batting for relegation to the top 10, top 3, just like that. But I'm afraid they don't go on relegation this season. From the way it's looking, relegation, they will go. That
All right, thank you very much, Henry. From your end, that's the guy that sells the best grilled fish, turkey, and bolly in Lagos. And anywhere you are, you can order. I'll search for him on Instagram. Is the grill, and you will get the very best delivered to you. We have tested it here, and we enjoyed his service. It was very, very good. It was prompt. It was on time. It's a kind of service that you can order for your colleagues at work, for birthday, and the rest. But let's move on. He said, Main Everhana, he said, I think Newcastle can be a top team if they want to. That depends on their dynamics. Okay, now let me run the final messages from Facebook. Jibri Bello, you say, what do you think about Chidera Ejuke in Europe? Do you think is better version of Chukwueze? Yes, I think it's a better version, but then both of them have delivery, final ball issue. Chidera obviously know how to dribble better than Chukwueze. Chukwueze dribbles like Pius Acadia. But you see, these guys need talking to. They need to understand that football is way more than the exchange rate. They need to tell themselves, convince themselves that I want to go from just being a professional footballer to be a high performance player, and then start, improving their game. If you're a wide man, the number one thing you'll be judged by is your delivery, precision delivery, where your crosses is always not crossing the first post or going over the head of everybody. Then all those dribbling is useless. When you don't know the difference between cutback and crosses, then all those dribbling is useless. I think for me, I like the fact that he can dribble within tight spaces. That's what I like about Chidera Ejuke. But he needs to make delivery a priority. If he can make his final ball a priority, then he would be a world-class player. He's got everything to be a world-class player, but right now, it's just not impressive. Ugo Wanchunemelu said, I see Newcastle United becoming a powerhouse in football. Exactly when that will happen is what I cannot say, but I believe in less than a decade. Ooh, Jesus Christ, that's still a long time. Abraham Odia Sunday said, good morning, boss. How do you see United situation at the moment? I feel they have all the material. Do you think they need the right manager to push them forward? Yes, I think so. I've always said that. The good thing is that my prediction that I made in 2013 is just about coming to pass. I said it's going to take Manchester United 10 years before they win the Premier League again, and exactly that is what is going on. So for me, I feel very happy. I feel like, okay, yes, what I predicted is just about what is happening. So I'm not really bothered if they like, they win, they like, they don't win. But it will be good to see them win. I think that the fans have suffered enough. They need to win, but not with the current coach that they have. Let's be very honest. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer should be coaching in the championship, teams like Swansea City, teams like there are some teams that he will be coaching you. So okay, this level, Reading, Wolverhampton Wanderers. No, not even Wolverhampton Wanderers. Those are big clubs. We're talking of small clubs like all those championship teams, Reading, then all those teams, Rotherham. Not Manchester United is a big club. So the answer to the question that I asked at the beginning of the show is Pele. Pele is the player with the most assists at the World Cup. Now, let me just add a few things. Pele have 10 assists from the World Cup. Edson Arantes dos Nascimento as he scored. And then the player with the second most assists is Lionel Messi with 6 assists at the World Cup. And you now have James Rodriguez, who's got 5 assists, who also was the top goal scorer in the 2014 World Cup. And then you have Juan Cuadrado with 5 assists. He's a Colombian player, doesn't play all the way to the finals, but he's got 5 assists to his name. Thomas Muller, the assist specialist at Bayern Munich and Germany, have 4 assists. And I think he came in that game where that tournament in 2014 as well. Let me read something. He portrays his talent as a midfielder, a withdrawer striker, a center forward, and an adapt winger. When Thomas Muller scored the opening goal in Germany's 7-1 victory against Brazil in the semi-finals of the World Cup in 2014, he rose to the position of the second player to attain 5 goals in succeeding World Cup as it is. So the first tournament goal in his first match itself in the 2010 tournament held in South Africa. Man, what a great guy he is. But there's only one European player in the top 5. Assisto Pele is the winner. And I'll chat you up the person that won it and the first person that sent it. I'm trying to see the person's name now, but I can't refresh because it's gone. Okay, I've seen it. Babawale Olayemi, he said it's Pele. Oh, that's the winner of the quiz today. So you can send me a message. I'll chat you up anyway. Send me a message on Instagram at ELEGBETE1 and then let me know your number and your network. If you're not in Nigeria, then you can gift it to somebody you know in Nigeria, because we only do Nigeria network. We're still working around the modalities to do UK and the US, but we're not there yet. Thank you very much for your time. My name once again is Idafe Matthew Esogene. Don't forget that coming up next on the radio is Peter Ewenode with Them Say Sports. What the athletes, the fans, coaches, and everybody is saying on their social media platform in a unique and soothing pidgin English voice. God bless you for being a part of the show. Thank you very much and have yourself a wonderful day. Yeah, we gotta go now. It's over. The show has been exciting.